When we think of World War II, we imagine tanks, planes, and epic battles. But none of it was possible without one crucial element: food. Behind every campaign was the challenge of feeding millions of soldiers in harsh, unpredictable environments. Food was more than sustenance. It was morale, energy, and survival. The US Army's Quartermaster Corps became a scientific powerhouse, developing rations that could withstand extremes and keep soldiers fighting fit. Canning, dehydration, and food chemistry turned meals into logistical marvels, tailored for every battlefield scenario. Rations weren't just about avoiding hunger. They were about keeping soldiers at peak performance. From standard field rations to emergency bars, every meal was engineered for a specific purpose. The story of World War II rations is one of innovation and resilience, shaping the daily lives of soldiers as much as any weapon. Food was comfort, a reminder of home, and sometimes the only thing standing between life and death. The humble ration can tell a story of foresight and endurance. As we explore the C-Ration and the infamous D-Ration, we uncover the hidden history of how the Allies were truly fueled for victory. Let's dig into the rations that powered the path to victory. For American GIs, the C-Ration was the taste, and sometimes the curse, of war. Designed as a complete, ready-to-eat meal, it was heavy but reliable, built to survive any journey. Each C-Ration meal packed about 100-200 calories with meat stews, biscuits, coffee and more, all sealed in indestructible cans. Soldiers got creative, heating cans on jeep engines or over makeshift fires, and the tiny P-38 can opener became a treasured tool. The menu was limited, but the nutrition was solid. Enough protein, carbs and fat to keep soldiers going. Coffee was a morale booster, and mixing ration components became a small act of culinary rebellion. Despite endless jokes about meat and beans, the C-Ration was a logistical triumph, ensuring no soldier went hungry, no matter how far from home. Its weight was a burden, but its reliability made it indispensable from Normandy to the Pacific. The C-Ration was the unglamorous backbone of the Allied advance, a daily ritual, a source of comfort, and sometimes a punchline. In the end, it was the meal that kept the army moving. Not every mission could handle the bulk of C-Rations. Enter the K-Ration, a lightweight, compact meal for mobile troops. Designed for paratroopers and tank crews, the K-Ration came in 3 small boxes: breakfast, dinner and supper. Each day's supply was lighter and easier to carry, perfect for fast-moving assaults. The trade-off? Fewer calories, about 2,800 per day, and a menu that wore thin if used too long. K-Rations included canned meats, biscuits, fruit bars, coffee, and even morale boosters like gum and cigarettes. These rations were never meant for long-term use, just to get soldiers through the most intense, mobile phases of combat. The design reflected a deep understanding of mission needs: maximum mobility, just enough fuel, and a touch of comfort. Soldiers valued the little luxuries, and the modular packaging made supply management easier. The K-Ration was a specialized tool for a specialized job, brilliant in concept, if not always in taste. It gave mobile forces the edge to strike fast and hard, unburdened by heavy supplies. In the chaos of battle, it was the right food at the right time. At the bottom of the ration hierarchy was the infamous D-Ration bar, a survival tool, not a treat. Developed with Hershey, it was a dense, bitter chocolate bar packed with calories and designed to be nearly inedible. Each bar delivered 600 calories, and a 3-bar pack could keep a soldier alive for a day. The taste was intentionally awful, just better than a boiled potato, so soldiers wouldn't eat it unless absolutely necessary. Hard as a rock and tough to chew, the D-Ration was engineered for emergencies: lost paratroopers, stranded pilots, or cut-off units. Soldiers joked about breaking teeth on it, but in a crisis it was a lifeline. Every aspect, from caloric density to unappealing flavour, was purpose-built for survival, not comfort. The D-Ration is a lesson in brutal pragmatism, survival over satisfaction. No one wanted to eat it, but countless lives were saved because it was there. It was the ultimate backup plan, a testament to the planners who prepared for the worst. In war, sometimes the most important meal is the one you hope you never have to eat. The logic behind World War II rations still guides modern survivalists and backpackers. The same challenges, shelf life, caloric density, portability, shape today's emergency foods. World War II rations packed maximum energy into minimum space, a principle echoed in modern energy bars and dehydrated meals. Canning and dehydration for shelf life? Still essential, now joined by freeze-drying and vacuum sealing. The K-Ration's modular, mission-specific design is mirrored in today's pre-packed meal kits for hikers. Even small luxuries, coffee, gum, chocolate, boost morale on tough journeys just as they did for GIs. The layered approach of World War II, field kitchens, canned meals, lightweight rations, emergency bars, remains a blueprint for preparedness. Modern survival kits echo this redundancy: main supplies, a go bag, and a pocket emergency ration. The lesson is timeless. Plan for the best, prepare for the worst, and always have the fuel to endure. World War II rations weren't just history. They're a survival masterclass. Even the best rations are useless if they can't reach the front. After D-Day, the Allied advance outpaced its supply lines, threatening to stall the entire campaign. The solution? The Red Ball Express, a non-stop convoy system racing supplies, including food, from Normandy to the front. Thousands of trucks, mostly driven by African-American soldiers, ran day and night, braving danger to keep the army fed and armed. Food was a huge part of the cargo. C-Rations, K-Rations and more, all vital to the advance. The Red Ball Express was the circulatory system of the Allied army, pumping life to the front lines. In just 3 months, it delivered over 400,000 tons of supplies, much of it food. Logistics, not just strategy, won the war. Beans and bullets side by side. The unsung heroes of the supply convoys made victory possible, one truckload at a time. The lesson: victory depends as much on supply lines as on soldiers. In war, the road to victory is paved with rations. World War II rations were more than meals. They were a marvel of planning, science and logistics. From the reliable C-Ration to the emergency D-Ration, each was a product of innovation and necessity. Feeding millions under fire required foresight and adaptability, shaping the outcome of the war as much as any weapon. The Red Ball Express and global supply chains proved that logistics win wars. The principles behind these rations, caloric density, portability, redundancy, still guide survival planning today. The humble ration can is a symbol of resilience and preparation. To understand how World War II was won, look not just at the weapons, but at the food that fueled the fight. The story of rations is a story of endurance, ingenuity, and the quiet heroes who kept the army moving. In the end, victory was built on beans as much as bullets.